To promote environmental sustainability and support the transition to a low-carbon economy, the European Union supports several projects in the mobility sector in Portugal through the Operation Programme for Sustainability and Efficient Use of Resources, SEUR. These investments impact the daily lives of thousands of Portuguese, including Francisco, a young man from Almada, currently studying design in Lisbon. Every day, Francisco uses the Trans-Tejo to cross the Tagus River. With the acquisition of 8 vessels powered by cleaner energy sources, 85% supported by the EU, Trans-Tejo intends to improve the comfort standards for its passengers while reducing CO2 emissions. When Francisco arrives in Lisbon, he takes the Cariche bus to the university. The 706 is one of 195 new Cariche buses powered by cleaner energy sources funded by the EU that supports the transport sector's transition to a low-carbon economy. During the bus journey, Francisco calls his friends to arrange a meeting next weekend in Lisbon. Yara just took the subway in Trindade, Porto. She is on the way to the office where she will be doing an internship. The modernization of the Porto metro system involves the extension of the pink and yellow lines, 2 central axes of the Porto and Vila Nova de Gaia cities. These projects, financed at 71.73% by the EU, will allow Yara to travel on the subway network from her home in São Bento to her office near Casa de Música. It is estimated to reduce 3,779 tons of CO2 by transferring about 30 million passengers per year from individual and conventional transports to the Porto Metro. Yara asks her friends how they are thinking of going to Lisbon. Luis immediately challenges the group to travel by bicycle. Since he started using U-bikes, he became a fan of this transport option. Luis is studying at the Instituto Politécnico de Leiria, which acquired 220 electric bicycles available to the academic community. The main goal of this project, 85% supported by the EU, is to promote the change of behavior related to mobility options and reduce 17.78 tons of CO2. To travel between home and the campus, Luis always rides a bike and arrives on time to college. The bike trip to Lisbon doesn't convince Rafaela, who currently lives in Porto. Instead, she offered to give Yara and Luis a car ride to Lisbon. But Lara immediately interrupts Rafaela. With an increasingly better and more efficient public transport network, it made no sense to travel by car. On Saturday morning, Francisco and Miguel expect the friends at the Santa Apollonia station. From there, they took the 706 to São Bento, where they would have a picnic in the gardens surrounding the palace. Investing in the sustainability of urban mobility connects people, places, and resources in a more efficient and environmentally friendly energy network. Are being supported by the EU 2 projects on public transport vessels powered by cleaner energy sources. These projects had a total investment of approximately 58 million euros and a contribution from a cohesion fund of around 11,009,000 euros. An annual reduction in greenhouse gas emissions of the equivalent of about 12,000 tons of CO2 is estimated. Approximately were invested 205 million euros in 34 projects for public transport vehicles powered by cleaner energy sources. The contribution of the Cohesion Fund was about 63.5 million euros. An annual reduction in greenhouse gas emissions to be equivalent to approximately 8,400 tons of CO2 is estimated. There are 5 projects in progress on the Lisbon and Porto Metro, the Cascais Railway, and the Mondego Mobility System. These projects had a total investment of approximately 897 million euros and a contribution from the Cohesion Fund of 330 million euros. An annual reduction in greenhouse gas emissions of the equivalent of about 30,000 tons of CO2 is estimated. Approximately 203 million passengers transported in supported urban mobility systems are covered annually. 12 U-Bike Portugal projects were supported. Their total investment was around €4.5 million, with the contribution of the Cohesion Fund being around €3.5 million. An estimated annual decrease in greenhouse gas emissions of the equivalent of about 327 tons of CO2.